Right, so welcome everyone to this week's group call, and it's the 23rd of April, and lots to talk about today, especially really kind of putting more focused on the dollar. And I did make a video about this yesterday with the New Zealand dollar, US dollar entry. And yes, I overall have a sell bias, right? But I'm gonna add something to this, which is tactical long, right? So overall bias is to sell, but at the moment I've got a tactical long bias on the dollar, smaller position than usual. Reason being is because today it says here that Trump tries to rein back, and let me just zoom in a bit. So let me zoom in a little bit more. Don't know if you guys can see this. Maybe not. Let me go back out a bit. It's a bit distorted. Right. So Trump tries to rein back the US dollar slump of historic proportions. US dollar, a day of relative calm, but risks unlikely to fade. So there were some favorable comments out of Washington yesterday after the sharp dollar selling on Monday, fueled by President Trump's comments about fair Chair Powell that only served to reinforce the risks for the US dollar going forward. So there was this article from Bloomberg that was talking about, Trump studying if removing Powell is an option, which kind of sent the market into a bit of, a lot of volatility on the Easter Monday, right? And it says, however, President Trump looks to be backtracking somewhat, perhaps seeing the potential damage being done, and his advisors may be suggesting bringing some balance to his communications, right? So he's now brought it back. So it says here, it says relief rebound for dollar as Trump calls rhetoric on Powell. So, one day he's saying we're gonna try and get him out, and then the next day he's basically saying, all right, I'm kind of chilling on Powell for the moment. So again, it's difficult to kind of trade these environments, or we've got to give your trade a little bit of grace, or you're trading a little bit of grace, because ultimately, if it was purely down to just the fundamentals, then fine. You know what I mean? And even from risk sentiment, from a perspective, is fine. But it's just, Trump kind of, going from one extreme to the other, or at least the market kind of, the media reporting it this way, can be obviously quite volatile and unsettling. So, that's hopefully positive for the dollar. And I say positive, but in terms of should maybe appreciate the dollar, positive for your trade. And it says here, his admission that he has no intention of firing Fed Chair Powell has helped to arrest the slide in the dollar for now. At issue now for the dollar and general sentiment for US assets is that the benchmark on what Trump could do going forward has been set against a huge reciprocal tariff rate announced on the 2nd of April that nobody had predicted in worst case scenarios. Hence, the dollar depreciation accord and or firing Chair Powell are no longer unrealistic. The scale of the US dollar decline is now historic. And it says here, since the Plaza Accord period in 1985, the dollar has only declined by more than this over the same period during the global inflation shock to 2023, the US corporate confidence crisis in 2022, and the period following Black Monday in 1987. So this is a US dollar drop of historic proportions, and the loss of confidence is of a magnitude that could take considerable time and effort to restore. It is understandable for investors to believe that the administration does not have the will to reverse course and make efforts to restore confidence. In addition to Trump's comments, he has no intention of firing Powell. There are two other obvious scenarios in which the dollar could see some further recovery. The first would be evidence of some quick and significant trade deals with some key trading partners. So deals announced with, say, Japan, the UK, and India would go some way to lifting expectations of a large number of countries falling outside the reciprocal tariff rates in a relatively short period of time. So look out for that. Of course, if you see a deal, then maybe you want to stay in that dollar trade. Secondly, a public statement by President Trump and or other senior officials that the administration does not and will not endorse a weak US dollar policy could also help, at least in the near term, although, of course, actions ultimately speak louder than words. So another merging development centers around some backtracking from the US specific to China. Bloomberg yesterday reported comments made by the US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent yesterday in a closed-door event where he reportedly stated that the US-China tariff standoff is unsustainable given the tariff levels means that there's an effective trade embargo in place between the top two countries in the world. He therefore expects situations to de-escalate and for negotiations to take place. So that was also picked up by Bloomberg as well. So Trump floats cutting China tariffs substantially in trade deals. So this is where, the rumors obviously start. And it says here, Trump also helped on this topic yesterday, stating that he'd be very nice, obviously with the with China, and that tariffs could come down very substantially. So that was just the article and the headline that we just saw. So predicting what President Trump will do is difficult, of course, but Scott Bessent is correct that the situation does appear to be unsustainable. The scale of the US dollar move does point to some scope if these reports of de-escalation intensify, that we could see the US dollar rebound extend further, right? Still, investors are likely to remain cautious. And in many ways, the damage is already done. That likely means any US dollar recovery will be brief and relatively modest. So basically, if you read between the lines, the dollar is kind of depreciated the most since, or say the most, but a lot since certain periods of history, for example, going back to like 1985, 2004 looks like around there, 2003, and then we've had certain global shocks, 2020, and so yeah, we are very, very extended at the moment, right? Very, very extended in terms of the dollar sell-off. Has everything been priced in now, right? So what was being priced in when Trump basically said what he said about Jerome Powell, was had to be priced in, but now it's being potentially priced out. And there's some good news, like I said, around the dollar, as indicated, by this article, right? So ultimately, can the dollar, or does the dollar continue to drop, right? 1 second, I should have had the currency indexes open. Right. So does the dollar now continue to fall? I am not so sure. But of course, it's very difficult picking highs and lows. But just based on, the news at the moment, we could start to see, obviously, a bottom in and around this area here as, the news comes out that potentially there's a de-escalation in both, with China. There's deals to be done with the Fed, and also as well, if he does a deal with, maybe the UK, Japan, and India, right? So that could provide a relief rally. Now, I don't know how far it will go, but ultimately, I think now, if we're looking at the dollar, ultimately, we are likely to potentially enter into some sort of auction. I think some sort of range, wherever that range starts from, who knows? It could be from here, it could be from, that level there where you've got some support and resistance. Who knows? But I do think that maybe downside potential could be limited, right? And it's seen as a potential bargain. So, like I said, tactically, right, I have changed. I've added, I should say, a little bit of a bias here. So tactically long, right, at the moment, meaning definitely short-term long. And like I said, I'm in that New Zealand dollar trade, but overall, I do have a sell bias. So I'm not holding the New Zealand dollar trade for long, and we'll get into that a bit later. I won't be looking to hold it for too long. Just definitely got short-term targets, and then it's back to selling. But again, that also depends upon the developing risk sentiment news, right? So it depends. If I'm in that trade and we start to see, positive news coming from the dollar, trade deals being done, and everything that's favorable for the US dollar, then I'll just hold the trade, right? But I'll leave a little bit on. So dollar, still a sell bias on a pullback, but at the moment, tactically long. Euro still really should have a buy bias. I think obviously with the dollar strengthening potentially, and there being matter of fact, just quickly, sorry, just wanted to go back to the dollar. Some more news just quickly about the dollar. Some more confidence, I guess. Dollar slide will likely lose steam, top forecaster Marinoff says, right? So he's a top forecaster. Top forecaster predicts the dollar slump will ease this quarter despite the global trade war. The forecaster believes the dollar will strengthen from its current levels by mid-year, with the yen falling to 1.148 per dollar and the euro weakening to 108. So this guy's a top forecaster. However, the forecaster warns that a continuation of the dollar sell-off driven by Trump's threats to fire Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell could pose a downside risk to the outlook for the currency. But now that's been taken off the table, right? So that's interesting. So that would have been new news to be priced in to the dollar, but obviously that's been taken off the table.